Moving right along to our application. Darn it! I meant to go back and look at the the answers from the previous question. So these are the two prisms that you just looked at. Whoops, that's not the one I want. This one. And here is the volume of those. So the volume of, whoops, come on. The volume of area A, is 4 units by 3 units by 2 units. And that equals, I just multiplied the first two together to just get the bottom layer of this cake. That's 12 square units, the bottom layer of that cake. And then it's 2 units high, so 12, and then another 12 stacked on top of it is 24 cubic units. Of course, what did I really do? I just multiplied those through, okay? And then B was area of rectangular prism. B was 7 units times 3 units times 2 units. 7 times 3 is 21 times 2 is 42 cubic units. Okay, so 42 cubic units on that. All right, now moving on to the application problem. Margot is designing a new label. The dimensions of the label are 3.5 inches by 1.25 inches, and find the area of that label. All right, so if we're going to find the area of this label, the first thing I'm going to do is, read it, which I just did, and I'll check it again here, make sure. So Margot is designing a label. So this is like a label that goes on on an envelope, maybe, or something along those lines. The dimensions of the label: 3.5 by 1.25. Okay, so 3.5 by 1.25, maybe something like that. So now what am I doing? I'm drawing, right? I read, now I'm drawing by 1.25. I'm going to use that strategy for using an area model to do this multiplication. So I'm going to break 3.5 inches into, this bit is 3 inches, and then there's a 1/2 inch over here. Okay, so 3 inches and 1/2 inch. And I'm going to break this same way. Let's say right here. So this is 1 inch, and this is 1/4 inch. And now I can find the area of each of these little pieces and add them together. So 3 times 1 is 3 inches squared. 3 times 1 equals 3. 1 inch by 1/2 inch is 1/2 inches squared. So 1 by 1/2 equals 1/2. 3 times 1/4. 3 times 1/4. Well, let's see. 3 times 1/4. That's going to be what? 3 times 1/4 is going to be 3/4. And each of these is square units, so 3/4 inches. And 1/4 times 1/2 here. 1/4 times 1/2 is 1/8. 1/8 inches squared. And now I need to add all of these up. I need to add these up, and it's going to be inches squared. And the ultimate answer, I need to make some, so this is like what? Well, I don't want to get bogged down in that right now, but you add those up and the answer will be 4 3/8 inches squared. So the area of the label is 4 3/8 inches squared, square inches. Okay, so that is my writing. That's my final answer. And now for your turn. So you're down here now. So you've got the video, and I want you to do what I just did. So you're making what I just made, something that looks like this. Something that looks like this. You're making what I just made using Google Draw and the tools, Google Draw, Google Docs, screenshots, and pasting it in there. Okay.